Hi guys, are we here? Not set. Hi, so we are going to wait for 5 minutes and then maybe we'll start. I see few people are joining, so let's wait for a while. So I'll just check audio if everything is fine. If you guys can just tell me if it's okay, the sound, voice, if it's coming. All right, so 2 more minutes and we are going to start. Meanwhile, if you have any questions or anything, you can just keep typing. So the mode that we are going to do today is I'm going to speak about Yulu, who we are. As in, if you have joined me, I'm sure you know about us, and that's why the interest in us. So still, I'll be speaking about Yulu, what we do, how's the culture at our organization, what's demographics, and all that. And then I'll be answering to the questions which we have pre-received through the type form, and then I'll be taking up the live questions. So meanwhile, you can just put in, since we have time, and if you have any question, you can just put in and I will start answering that as well. All right, so let's start. Hi guys, official hi again. I am Tripti. I'm the lead HR in Yulu. So first, let me introduce myself. Uh, I have started my career with Jindal Steel and Power Limited after my MBA, and I stayed there for a year and a half in a greenfield project at Angul. Then I shifted to Hero MotoCorp. I was there for a period of 5.5 years, and post that I joined Tata Motors, and where I was based out of Bangalore and taking care of entire South Zone. And post that, in the month of October 2019, I joined Yulu. So 10 years into HR, and I think I've seen everything in HR till now. And this is my first startup stint. So that's about me. And I know it's Thursday, 7 p.m. A lot of you would be quite tired. So it's going to be a very light session. And we will make it as interactive as possible. So you can just keep on typing in the comment section. And I will try and respond to all your queries. So let's talk about Yulu, who we are. So we are somebody who believe in sustainable living and a sustainable future. So what do we do? People in Bangalore, Pune, Delhi, Mumbai, and Bhubaneswar, Pune, as well as Ahmedabad, would have seen those cute blue bikes on roads. So we are Yulu. We are into bicycles and electric mobility. So our products are Miracle and Move. Miracle is our e-bike, and so we are into first mile, last mile, and short commute. So this is who we are. Now, the kind of people that work for us. So, the average age of people that we have is 23 years of age, and so mostly people who are bachelors, who are not married yet, who stay at a flat with flatmates or PG. So, why I'm giving you all these demographics is that it will help you understand more why we opened our office, because I saw a lot of questions where it was asked that why did we open our office, why didn't we go remote and all that. So these kind of demographics will help you understand that as well. So in the month of March, when this pandemic came, so we were operating out of office, and we are a large family. We operate in a way that we are a one large family, and the most preferred way of working for us is always when we go to office, we meet each other, we huddle, we discuss ideas that we have, and that's the best way we were used to working around. So now this pandemic happened, and I mean, the first thing that we had to do is we had to check that, all right, are we equipped enough to operate out of home? Because we were so used to working out of office. Now, then we had to check with our people, do you have enough internet at home? The bandwidth is okay. Do you have support at home? If we operate, if we go remote, is it okay? Will it be okay for you? So, in fact, we were the last who closed our office, not because we wanted everyone to come to office, but we wanted to support each and every person. If at all they wanted to come to office, we wanted our office to remain open for their benefit. So the motto that we have is people first. So our every action, our every policy, and everything at Yulu is always people first. Our employees are our everything. And we have a bunch of highly passionate, self-motivated young people who will do everything to, I mean, to bring business for us, to see Yulu going into heights where, I mean, each one of us have thought of. So that's what, and that's who we are. So we were the last to close our office also when the pandemic started. While IT companies, they opened, they went into work from home model pretty soon. We went pretty late. Now, when we were in the work from home mode, what did we do? So, since we're not used to it, the next challenge was, how are our people doing when they are operating out of home? So, as HR team, the first and foremost thing we started doing is we started connecting with people, because this responsibility with HR is always there. Yes, yes, you need to talk to our people. You need to be connected. Uh, it's unwritten that HRs are like the listening people, but here we had to listen something which they are not speaking. We had to judge, we had to gauge how they are actually feeling. So at most of times, I mean, people don't open up, right? So we had to figure it out if they are feeling okay. So we had a lot of engagement activities, and the kind of engagement activities that our crowd likes. We had tambola nights, we had quizzes, we had a shairi session, and then we had some makeup session by our employees. So it was for our employees and being done by our employees. So it was like a good connect. It was online, but everybody was coming on Zoom and everybody was connected. So that 1 hour of the day, it was where they were just talking to each other. So that was our first step. Now they were all operating out of home. There were loads and loads of meeting, because once we went into the work from home mode, uh, the accountability, the output, how do we check that? How do we see where's the productivity? And we had to see all that also. A lot of meetings increased, and people adapted pretty quickly. I won't say that they took time. They were pretty okay. Managers were connecting with the team, and everything was going very smoothly. Now, a month back, in the month of, I think, 4th May, we were allowed to operate. And at that point, when every industry just wanted to open up, because these are tough times. I mean, nobody was prepared for a pandemic like these. We never knew that this could exist, right? This could happen to us. So it was like everybody needs to learn on the fly, and they need to act best, whatever they can do. So in the on 4th May, we opened our office, and again, so the why did we open our office again? Few of our folks, they connected with us that they are, I mean, they are pretty done sitting at home. Also, some of them wanted to come back to office for better connectivity. Also, like I mentioned, we are 2.5 years old organization, and we are ops heavy. There are a lot of things which can be done better when we are talking to each other. Also, our team was there on field, so I mean, it made all the more sense to open our office. So the preparedness for opening our office, when we knew that yes, we are going to open our office, what did we do? The first and foremost thing was basic cleanliness and hygiene and safety of office. So we have the entire office is fumigated every 7 days, and the office is cleaned at the frequency of cleaning of the doors and handles and places where most people use it. We have increased the frequency. We are maintaining complete social distancing at office. All our chairs are marked with the names, so we are supposed to use our own chairs, and we are supposed to move with our chair. In case we are moving across the office, we need to move with our own chair. We have kept masks, we have kept sanitizers at every place. I mean, every possible thing that could have been done for the safety and security at office, we did that, because we wanted to give that comfort to people, that hey guys, if you want to come back, we are here, and we are completely safe, and we are completely secure. So it's not that you are at risk if you choose to come to office. And even our meeting rooms have been marked with maximum number of people that can come and that can use the meeting room. And every time a meeting room is being used, when the meeting ends, it's thoroughly cleaned by the disinfectants and everything. So that's what we are doing from our end. Now, about so we had a pantry, and so like I mentioned, we have a young crowd. So they come to office, and for their breakfast, lunch, and everything, we are their go-to place. So our pantry is loaded with bread, butter, Nutella, and everything, as in the comfort food, what we call. But we had to stop that, because the kind of, I mean, we wanted to maintain social distancing. We wanted to keep it hygienic. So what we did is we introduced cup noodles, uh, and single pack biscuits, single pack snacks, and everything, where if somebody is hungry, they can still eat, but they don't have to touch anything, because we wanted to be extra careful. I mean, when you are opening office at this point of time, the responsibility that HR and the organization has is paramount, because I mean, you definitely don't want anything to happen to your folks, right? So everything was into that direction, that the primary focus is our people, the primary focus is their safety. So that's what we did, and so we are operational from 4th May. So it's been more than a month now, and so we told our folks that you all don't need to come at a single day. I mean, we thought of starting with 20% of crowd, and so when we started, some first day some 10 people came, next day some 12, 15 people came, and we were okay about it, because it's completely optional. If you are optional, if you find it's okay, you can come, and you need to tell it to your manager that the days you're coming to office, because I mean, we need to make the arrangement. We don't want it to be crowded. We have a very big office, and now if you say I feel more, I have more space in office than my home, because the office is huge, and we have 20-25 folks coming to office at one single day. So proper, everybody has proper space for themselves, for their meeting, for every anything and everything. So that's about the office part. Now, how about our bikes? Because there are two types of responsibility that we have. Now, unlock has happened, and we are in a mission to move our nation, because our rights are safe, our rights are solo, our rights are sanitized. So, I mean, we are the best possible commute option right now for people. Public transport. So in the month of May, public transport was not even allowed. We were allowed. So, but we were ensuring that our bikes and everything is sanitized. So now, if you go and if you check the app, I'm sure a lot of you would have used our vehicles. So you are well equipped. How friendly our apps are. Yulu app is. So you can see the last sanitized stamp in the app. So that you have that comfort that yes, my bike is sanitized. While we still ask people that you should use sanitizer before and after using the bikes, but from our side, we're ensuring that every bike is cleaned and every bike is sanitized. So it's like, the kind of feeling, the kind of bonding that people have at this point of time, because everybody is very enthusiastic about the thing that yes, we are moving the nation, and we are coming of use of people. So that's what the basic agenda is, and everybody is pretty happy about doing what they are right now in the pandemic to help people move. So yeah, I think there are some questions. But before that, what I'll be doing is I'll be taking the questions that has come on the type form. Yeah. So the first question asks, why are you going back to the office? Why not go completely remote? Yeah. So I answered this question in a bit, but I'll explain it more. So see, we are into mobility, and so we eventually want people, the nation, to move. So if we go work from home model, how do we even pitch our product to the consumers, right? That's one. But the second is, like I mentioned, so a lot of roles that we have, they demand people to come together and to discuss ideas. So there was a need to open the office, and since we have kept it completely optional, if your role demands you to come to office, please come, have that discussion. If you want to still stay at home and work, we are completely okay with that as well. So it was not possible for us to go completely remote, because I mean, a lot of rebalancing of things and everything has to be done, because our vehicles are on road. So we need to keep checking where our bikes are, how are people moving, is some zone facing some problem, some issues. So a lot of things are there on the go, and we are live at all point of time. So a lot of rebalancing, a lot of on the go actions are to be taken. So on those things, we had to open our office for that kind of comfort for our people. Also, some of them had some connectivity and network issue at home. So see, till the time it was not allowed to open the office, it made sense to close the office. But even if one single person is benefited by opening our office, we had to do, because I mean, like I mentioned, our people is our everything. Next question is, how flexible is it going to be, considering 3 months spent working from the convenience of your home could bring changes in your routine? All right. So, yes, like it's said that if you do a thing for 21 days, it becomes your habit. And I think we spend approximately more than 60 days at home. So I'm pretty sure that everybody's lifestyle has changed. They are more used to sitting at home, and their routines would have changed. They would have changed and twisted their time, maybe. So maybe somebody is getting up late, maybe somebody is getting up early, somebody is doing their exercise. Because we were also doing a lot of health and wellness things when we were sharing things with people, that all right, so these are the good things to do. And I also forgot to mention, here at this point of time, more than virus, it's the fear. So a lot of the Facebook and the WhatsApp forwards, I mean, it has all kind of information which are not verified, which are not true. So we also made sure that the communication goes only through HR, and nobody is forwarding messages from here and there, which creates panic amongst the people. So I or my team was the only point of contact for each and every information, when to come to office, when to close, what is the business continuity plan, which office operates which way, which office do we open when, how many people comes to office in a single day. So every communication on these lines were going from HR, because we are the people who were doing that kind of research, and we wanted to make sure that everything is safe and fine. So we wanted it to come from our mouth and not through some forwards or anything. So now the flexibility. So like I mentioned, it's optional for everyone. But what we are observing is, now people are when we ask people that how are you feeling coming to office, the word which we have heard more than ample number of times is refreshing, and it's actually refreshing because you know it's not mentally comforting sitting at home and then working the entire day, because there is no boundary between, and there's no line between your office time and your personal time. Because when you come to office, what happens is everybody understands that there is some commute time. Okay, now she or he would be commuting, coming to office, going back to office. This is their family time. This is their personal time. But with work from home, what happens is there is no concept of personal time. Nobody does it intentionally, but somehow it happens because you know that the person is always available at home, and it takes a lot of maturity for everyone to understand that. And more than maturity, we are not used to understanding this, that what's personal time and when is the personal time. So it was refreshing for people to come back to office. And so yes, they had to change few of the things. Maybe some had taken some Surya Namaskar course or yoga courses in the morning, so they had a schedule. They had to change those schedule. But otherwise it's okay. I don't see any resistance as such, and it's still the same. If somebody asks me if our people are also out of station, and if somebody asks that do we need to come back to office, while we officially want now people to come back to base, come nearer to base, but still we have left it to people and their managers to decide for themselves, because they are the best people. If the work is happening with full productivity from home, we do not have any issue, because the thing is, we do not, nobody knows that when is this going to end. Till the time there is a vaccine, it's going to happen this way only. So we all need to take maximum precautions from our side, and we cannot, I mean first and foremost, we cannot live in fear. But the second thing is, we cannot even keep it loose, because it's real. The situation is real. It's not man-made. It's not in our minds. It's real. So till the time I am taking all the precautions, till the time my office environment is safe and secure, I don't think there is an issue coming back to office. That's what we could get a feeler from our folks. Now, the next question that was there was, how are you addressing employees' fears and coming back to office? Is Yulu doing anything in specific for the issue? Yeah, so like I mentioned, before opening office also, we sent mailers to people. We sent SOPs where we told them what are the best practices and how is our entire building being made ready, how are the plans. As in, so we have SOP for everything. So now we are ready. So before lockdown, we were getting ready for business continuity plans. But during the lockdown, what were we preparing for? We were preparing for reopening our office. We are preparing for the worst, basically. In case somebody gets affected, then what do? Do we know which is our nearest hospital? Do we know how to treat somebody if someone suddenly falls ill, or somebody starts feeling sick at office? So all these things, we as HR and admin team, we were preparing ourselves during the lockdown. So yes, we're trying to give that comfort to people, and we shared a lot of pictures to people that yes, see, this is the kind of fumigation we are doing. The chairs are marked, the meeting rooms are marked. We are taking care of your food, and we are taking care of everything from our end, and it's safe for you to come back to office. In fact, for the commute part also, when the public transport was not allowed, we asked people, if you have your personal vehicle, if you are staying near to office, and if you can come to office using your personal vehicle and you don't need a public transport, please come. Otherwise, I mean, there's no such obligation to come to office. While we are open, it's okay. So that's the message which was given to people. Also, we have a lot of town halls. So every month we have a town hall from founders side, but during the pandemic, during the lockdown period, we were having two town halls at each month, because we wanted to be very sure that our people are connected to us. uh, at Yulu, we are very transparent, so everybody knows what's happening at every point of time. So founders, they keep on telling people how are we, where are we, as in terms of revenue, in terms of funding, in terms of our business, in terms of our things. So it's completely transparent, and everybody can ask questions straight at town hall, or we use an app known as Slido. So everybody can ask question, and in fact, we also encourage anonymous question. If somebody wouldn't want to question stating their name, it's okay with us. So what matters to us is that we want to listen to our people, and we want to address to their anxieties, to their questions, and whatever is there in their minds. So during those town halls, we have always told our people that, see, this is the state that we have right now. Whatever we are doing is, we are trying to elongate the runway, and we are here and we are in this together. And if somebody has any queries or anything, they can just contact us. They can just reach out to founders. In fact, every manager was talking to their team because they wanted to understand how are they feeling. So that's what we are as an organization in a complete package. So the next question is, have your employees' motivations and productivity taken a hit? If yes, how is the company tackling this issues? Yeah. So yeah. So productivity. So I mean, what's productivity? It's like your input that becomes a useful output. So, I would not say that productivity has taken a hit. In fact, we are at a stage where everybody is so self motivated that we look for alternate business options. So, and ideas. So, when we were in the lockdown, and the complete city was shut, and our vehicles were not moving. So, in a matter of 2, 3 days, people came up with alternate business ideas. So, we were delivering things for Danzo. We were delivering things for other people who were allowed during the pandemic, as during the lockdown as well. So, I mean, so these are the ideas which came out of our people. So yes, I will say the productivity did not decrease for our people. And we have bunch of people, we have folks, I mean, who are so self motivated that we don't need to bother, and we don't need to think of productivity, because before we ask something, we have folks who come up with ideas. Why not, let's do this way. And so, when these people, they thought of this idea that yes, we can use our vehicles, we can use our support staff for deliveries, for supporting Dunzo or of the likes. These people came up with a connect, they connected with folks on those organizations, and we were up and running. So it was just a matter of 3 to 4 days, and I mean, we came up with idea, we were running. So I will. So in the productivity ways, the kind of thought they given for our organization, I mean, it's commendable. So no, we do not have any productivity issue while they are working from home, or while they were working from home, because everybody is very passionate and they know where we want to be. And so the situation is not where we need to check if people are working or not. The next question is, how are you handling the cases where team members say they are not comfortable getting back to the office right now? So, like I mentioned, it's completely optional, and we have not seen people saying that we don't want to come to office, because it's like understood. I mean, there is nobody telling them that, hey, you need to come to office. Like, I send mail to people with, yeah, you may come to office, you can come 3 days, 4 days, 2 days. So these kind of mails go through from HR's end, but there is no, I mean, nobody's asking anybody, like nobody's calling, hey, you are not coming to office, we are open. It's not like that. Even managers are not asking people to come. It's completely optional. It's completely up to the employee whenever they are feeling comfort. And so So the idea that we have is we want our office environment to be that as safe, as secure, that people would want to come back rather than we asking them to come to office. It should be they who would want to come back to office. So that's what our motto is here. Uh, the next question is, what are the different measures taken for members using public transport to get to work? How has Yulu helped them or made this easy for them? So, for all our people, so we have a concept of e-cash, and we give e-cash to all our employees and to all our partners as well. But in this case, because we were not operational at that point of time at all the areas, we gave dedicated vehicles to all our employees. So they kept our Yulu miracle with them, and it was being used by them at their pace. So whenever they wanted to come to office, they just had to ride their Yulu miracle and come to office. So in fact, it's nice and it's refreshing to see that somebody starts from their home, and some people reach till their workstations on our Yulu miracle. So that's what we did with our people because we wanted to support them in every possible way. In fact, we when we started our office, the first instinct is we don't want to give food. We don't want to serve food to our people because we were not sure if we'll be able to pull it off. Because when earlier to COVID, we had our companies, so we had our buildings. Cafeteria, and everybody used to go and eat there only. But now when we came back, we did not want to expose our people to go and eat there. So first we started with no food. We filled our pantry with single pack cup noodles and everything. But later when we saw our people, they were eating those Maggie every day, or some people were not eating, and we were so pained that we make sure that now at this point of time we are serving packed food to people, and we are ensuring the safety and hygiene point of food, so that it's also made ready for our people. So from our end, we are trying to support them in every possible way, be it commute by giving them a dedicated vehicle, or if it's food, then also we are supporting them with packed foods. We are supporting them with solo pack of snacks and everything. We are trying to at this point of time we are doing a lot of engagement sessions with team, and even those sessions are from team only, so that everybody is engaged. And when your folk does something for you, it's great. You feel a kind of connect which you don't feel otherwise. So that's one set of engagement session that we are doing for our team. The other set of engagement session that we are doing is through the professionals. Like we had sessions from people who are expert in their field. So tomorrow we have a session from somebody who is teaching us how to have like personal fitness and personal comfort at this point of time. So the person is going to teach us some good techniques, some good exercises, how to keep our health and mind fit at this point of time. So from our side, we are trying to support our people at every possible way. So yes, now I think I'll be taking up the questions that have come here. Yeah, so was there any resistance? Maybe at the starting there would be some resistance when we opened our office, but when they saw that it's optional and we are doing everything from our end, there's no resistance because there's no compulsion as such. Now, traveling is a concern when people use public transport to reach their office. Welcome any cost-effective idea to address this issue. Yes, so we actually, also explored if there is a need of arranging for a cab or a bus for our folks, because when public transport were not open, there were few of us who did not know how to ride a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler. So at that point of time, we also explored if we can use some cab or some bus. So at this point of time, a lot of organizations like Red Bulls and others, they are arranging for office commute. So in case you are looking for some, you can get in touch with them, and they will help you out. So for us, giving providing them with the dedicated vehicle, dedicated Yulu solved best for us. So we were okay with that. Any other tips on making partially remote team works when a few are in office and a few aren't? Yes, Kartika. So we are using Zoom extensively because at office also, if there is a meeting, half of them, even if they are in office, they're using Zoom because we don't want our meeting rooms to be crowded. So if a meeting room has a capacity of 16 or 20 people, we ask 8 or 10 people max to use the meeting room. So if there are more than 10 people who need to join for the meeting, so few of them join through Zoom. So now the other thing which we are going to introduce is we are looking for several ways. How do we help out our people? So is there any way where we can think of something like work from anywhere, or there are some roles which can be worked remotely? So we are in the phase, we are in the process of trying to figure out that which roles in Yulu can is definitely a work from office kind of thing, where it will have work from office and work from home kind of setup, or there will be some of the roles which can be done from work from anywhere kind of setup. So that's what we are trying to figure out at this point of time. Otherwise, what so, any other tips on making partially remote teams work? Yes. So we ask our people to respect each other's time, and if there is a Zoom call, if there is a meeting, so everybody should come on time so that everybody's time is respected. Meetings start on time, meetings end on time, and we actually use WhatsApp extensively. So I mean, people are connected, and there's instant response also. So that way, it's pretty okay. So Zoom, WhatsApp, emails. That's what we use when we are partially working from home and partially working from office. Hangouts. Did you notice a difference in productivity after people came back to office? Yes. I mean, few are very refreshed. So few, I mean, you know what this pandemic has taught us, I mean, definitely it has changed us. So now we value our people more, now we value our jobs more, now we value our money more. So the expenses are being I mean, everybody is minding before spending money. So at this point of time, when a lot of organizations are I mean, they and I'm sure nobody wants to fire their people, but the situation, the the reality of the thing is a lot of firings are happening at this point of time. So I mean, the kind of comfort that at this point of time also we have a job in hand, our office is operational, our revenues are increasing, we are seeing a V-shaped recovery, and we are back in action. I mean, this is a kind of, there is a goodness around it. So I mean, yes, we see our people, I mean, more productive and more motivated than ever at this point of time, because now the next thing what is there in their mind is that we need to work so much that our revenues are back and we are back to normal, and maybe we are better than the normal, because this is our opportunity. So we are the safest commute. So now it's like, I mean, the world should know that yes, we are the safest commute, and it's safe and secure to users. So the entire energy and focus of this team is towards that. How can we control the pressure on each individual employee? Demand is increased due to COVID-19. At the same time, cost was increasing day by day to ensure sanitization. How can we control this? So it's like, see, I mean, this is the reality of the situation, and we can't do anything about it. So the thing which we should do is we should try and do what best we can do from our point of view. So for the pressure and for the engagement part of employees, you need to keep talking to them. You need to be very transparent, and you need to keep your team updated about what's happening around, so that there's nothing which is surprise for them. From other point of view, like cost of sanitization or anything, see, the thing is this, I mean, this is something which is needed at this point of time. So I mean, you can't get away with compromising on it, because at this point of time, safety, security of your people, of your organization, of your office is of the topmost priority for any organization. So I mean, you just need to look for the options, and you just need to look for the best option available in the market for that. How can we ensure SOPs are worked well, which we have written on papers with the practically? So see, for this, I mean, you will have to figure out what works best for you. Because when I was preparing SOP for my team, so like I mentioned, my team is very vibrant, and they are somebody who like action. So when I was preparing SOP for them, so while I had to touch upon all the serious subjects like social distancing, how they don't need to crowd, how even the sutta breaks need to be followed with social distancing, I made sure that I'm using pictures from my Yulu days only. So when I was showing pictures of before and after, I was using pictures of our Yulu folks only. So that it's like it's a good visual for them, and when they see it, that yes, this is what is best for them and this is what is required at this point of time, so they will abide by it. So at this point of time, a lot of people are like being seen as, oh my god, this is like, I mean, she's the headmistress, she comes and she always asks for mask, she's somebody who will always look, have you sanitized your hand? Because at even in the entry gate of pantry and all, we have pasted notice everywhere that one person at a time, use sanitizer before and after taking the coffee, or if you're using anything, use sanitizer before and after. So yes, maybe people will think that, I mean, why are they doing that? Because but that doesn't matter at all. What matters at this point of time is everybody's safety, because we know what happens if SOPs are not followed. God forbid if somebody falls ill, then what happens? I mean, it's like painful if you see your folks going for institutional quarantine, or if you are exposing your people or in this situation. It's like, I mean, you'll not be able to, I mean, take that burden on yourself. So it's better that you tell them why it's required, more than, I mean, just giving them SOPs and just sharing them across. It's more required at this point of time that you explain it to them, that why is it required, what happens if SOPs are not followed, what happens if somebody falls ill, what happens if I mean if even there is a scare of somebody falling ill. So so that's as simple as that. Yeah. I think these were the questions that I had. Okay. So, do we have any more questions? Is anybody writing anything? All right. I think we are done in that case, because I don't see questions. So, I would like to conclude with the thought as, at this, more than any point of time, at this point of time, what we need to be is very sensitive and very communicative. In ca- at the even at the cost of over communicating, we should communicate. We should be very transparent, and we should look for safe, secure. Even if you all are wanting to open your office, make sure that the first thing that comes to your mind is everybody's safety and security, because everything else will follow. Once you respect your people, once you do what's best for them, they understand that where are you are coming from, why you are doing that. And I mean, like, we did not face any challenge, because our team, I mean, they were more than happy to come to office. Whoever is coming to office, they know why we have opened. And I mean, it's like we understand each other, and that's why we had that comfort of opening our office. So I would like to conclude by that only. And all right. So, all right. Yeah. So somebody's saying that I'm amazing. Thank you so much. Thanks, Darshika. And all right. So I think uh, that's all from my side. Okay, guys. Bye bye.